everybody, it's Elaine Bryan here, holistic nutritionist and certified cancer coach. I'm here to show you how to make a beautiful, yummy peanut sauce. If you don't want to use peanuts, you can also use almonds, or you can use cashew butter, sunflower seed butter, whatever you want to use to make like this great sauce. We were making some of those fresh spring rolls recently, so you can use those on that. You can get those at a lot of Thai restaurants and things like that, the nice peanut sauces, but it's really easy to make your own as well. You can also make a crunchy, like a quinoa salad. I do use that with a little bit of chopped up snap peas and some other great things to make it a very high protein, great little snack or lunch. And you can put some peanut sauce on that as well. You can make it thicker, you can thin it out. Now the other thing about peanuts is some people don't want to use peanuts. I've heard that there is a little bit of mold fungi that can happen on peanuts. That is true. Aflatoxin is very prevalent in peanuts that have been sitting around for a long time, so a lot of times fungicides can kill that. So some people are saying organic peanut butter might actually be a little bit worse, but it's really been shown. There's been a couple of people who have done some studies that it's pretty undetectable in most of the good quality peanut butters. If you use Valencia peanuts, it's usually a little bit better. So just rotate those out. Don't use a lot of peanuts. Make sure they're very high in omega-6 fats as well. So maybe you want to just kind of have them occasionally and have your peanut sauce occasionally, but maybe trade that out for some almond butter, some cashew butter, some other things. Or if you have any issues with tree nuts, which can also be, some of them can be having high of those aflatoxins that are not so good for the body. So we just want to make sure that we're having things that are going to be helpful for our bodies to stay healthy, right? I'm not saying you have to avoid them completely. I'm just saying to rotate them out a little bit. It's always good to rotate our foods. And so this is one just made with peanut butter. And the peanut butter that I usually get is the one at Costco. Trader Joe's is great. Somebody had tested the Trader Joe's ones for aflatoxins, had very low detectable amounts. There are some other brands that have virtually none. And there are some ways to ferment your peanut butter to really get rid of a lot of those aflatoxins too. So this is just an easy one to say. Organic peanut butter, creamy butter, peanut butter over at Costco with Valencia peanuts is a really good option that you can use, or get the one at Trader Joe's, or there's some other brands that you can use too. So I'm doubling up my recipe for this one just because we're going to be making it for a lot of salads and things like that this weekend that we're doing. And I have some of those spring rolls. So instead of a half a cup, I'm using a whole cup of the peanut butter, and I'm just going to put that in my bowl and make this super quick so that you guys can see how to make it super quick. And again, you can use whatever nut butter, seed butter that you want to use, pumpkin butter. You can make your own. There's all kinds of different things that you can do, right? They just all have a different taste. Peanut butter has a distinctable taste of its own, okay? So I put the cup of the peanut butter in there. And the next thing that we're gonna put in there is we're gonna go ahead and put in, and I put my recipe up there so I can see it really easy. It's usually 6 tablespoons of like reduced sodium. I like reduced sodium, either tamari or soy sauce, but a lot of times I love the coconut aminos. And Costco had coconut aminos, 2 big bottles for a really good price, but they aren't carrying it anymore for right now. So I got some at Trader Joe's, but you can go to Sprouts and some other locations too. So we're just gonna put about 12 of those in there because I'm doubling up the recipe. And just gonna roughly, you don't have to be completely right. If you want to use less, you can use less, but this recipe just tastes super, super yummy. So that is that one. And then we're going to put in about 4 tablespoons. It's usually 2 tablespoons. So remember, you can cut this in half. 2 tablespoons is usually the amount, but I'm going to use 4. And I'm just using pure maple syrup. If you want to have a sweetener in there, you can use a different sweetener. You can put all kinds of different things in there to sweeten things up, but it's just kind of nice to have it be a little bit sweet for this recipe. So we put that in there as well. We're going to have 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. It's usually 2, but again, we're doubling it up. Rice vinegar, that one is at Sprouts, but you can also get that at Trader Joe's as well. So I keep that in there. I use it for all kinds of different dressings. It's really good on things like cucumbers, cucumber salad. Okay, so we put that in there real quick. And then I keep all these on hand, so just make sure that you have some things on hand. Go to Trader Joe's. This is their toasted sesame oil. This has a really good taste to be toasted. So it's usually 2, so I'm just gonna use 4. I'm gonna get a nice flavor. And if you don't have the peanut oil, not the peanut oil, but the sesame oil, just go ahead and leave it out. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be any, worse. It's gonna taste really great, but you just can leave it out if you need to. I love ginger in there. And so usually it's about 2 teaspoons of grated fresh ginger. I just chop it. But I have it just chopped up, and so I'm just gonna put my ginger in there. It gives it a great flavor. And then it's also gonna be about 2 teaspoons of, or 2 cloves of garlic, and I have those already minced up. I'm gonna put those in there as well. Just use my fingers to put those in there. And then I have a juiced lime, but since we're doing 2, we're just gonna juice 2 limes in there. It gives it a great flavor as well. You can use lemon. So make sure you have this really great juicer. It makes it so much faster. I could actually have this all ready to go, but I wanted you guys to see. If you don't have one of these, get one. This is a great way to juice your limes and lemons, any citrus. So it's quick citrus juicer. Okay. And then the next thing that I'm gonna put in there is a little bit of red pepper flakes. We like it a little bit spicy, so you can take your red pepper flakes, you can get those. Big bottle at Costco, little bottle over at Trader Joe's has the best price on a lot of those things. So then usually what I do, instead of putting it into my Vitamix and stuff, I just like to take and whisk it up with a little bit of my whisk. Sometimes it needs to have a little bit of water, it gets a little thick. So just whisk it up a little bit, and if it's super thick, then usually what a really great tip is to take your old peanut butter jar, if you have one, and just kind of, you know, fill it up with hot water and mix it up a little bit so that your water that you're gonna mix it in has a little bit of those peanuts in it too. So you're not wasting it. Okay. It's pretty thick. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And then as you put it in the refrigerator, it starts to thicken up a little bit. And before you eat it, just put a little bit more hot water in it, or regular water. Thin it out to the consistency that you want for your salad, or if you're using it for a dip on your fresh spring rolls, whatever you're using it for. And there you go, your peanut sauce or whatever nuts or seeds that you use for that. Okay, you guys, have a great day.